One of the big questions I've been getting from a lot of people about MultiVersus is how do you parry and how do you practice doing it? What even is parrying and why is it even important? I know that was like 4 questions, but you get what I'm saying. Now, if you don't know, parrying is a new mechanic that has been introduced to MultiVersus where you can basically counter somebody by timing a dodge at the right moment, and basically it kind of stuns them for a second and it allows you to go for a crazy punish. And people have already been taking advantage of this, finding crazy ways to punish off of parries and basically finding crazy setups that lead to kills. This right here is one of my personal favorites. It's just a quick way, go for the parry, and it's just like an instant death right there. So yeah, parrying can literally be game changing and it can literally win you games just by doing it. So it is pretty important, I would say. So I'm going to show you the best way to practice parrying, that way you can kind of get better with it and kind of actually utilize it in your gameplay. So whenever you're playing against somebody that keeps spamming the same move over and over again, you can pretty much predict when they're going to go for that exact move. You can be ready for it, you can hit them with a parry and be prepared with the punish to kind of just win the game right there. So if you keep running into Jason trying to hit you with teleport, you can predict exactly when that's going to happen, hit him with the parry, and start comboing him. So right off the bat, we do have to enter the training mode. You're going to enter it by going on this bottom left, changing the game mode to the training mode. Of course, it is not the best training mode by any means. It's actually pretty bad, I would say, but it's what we have, and it's kind of the only way to practice it, so here we go. So you can start off by picking any character that you want. Every character can parry in this game. They all have different animations. I would recommend picking a character that you actually play. Or maybe just a character with pretty decent combos, you know, overall, that we can kind of practice like following up from a parry and going for some combos. I'm personally a Tom and Jerry player, so I'm gonna go ahead and pick Tom and Jerry. And to start off, you can kind of go up against any character. I think Shaggy's a good one to start off with, just so we can kind of get the basics down, and then we can also practice parrying projectiles too, because I think that's also pretty important. So yeah, we'll practice both of those things. So go ahead and pause your game, and you're going to go over to the enemy here, and you're going to change their behavior to normal attack. And so what that's going to do is Shaggy's going to start punching here, and basically what you're going to want to do in order to parry, you're going to press the dodge button, right? So the button that you dodge with, you're gonna press it, you're just gonna tap it one time. You see how I jump up like this? You see this animation right here? That's the button you need to press in order to parry. So anyways, yeah, you're gonna tap that button and you're gonna try to time it as soon as he hits you. You have to time it perfectly. It's gonna take some tries probably. You're probably not gonna get it right away, but let's go ahead and try to do it right here. Let me go ahead and reset. All right, let's try it right now. See how I parried? And you see how long he stays there? He just kind of stays in place for like a very long time. So like I said, there's tons of ways to follow up with a parry. A lot of characters are very combo heavy, so there's all different kinds of ways that you can do to like just rack up kind of damage. Right there, that's 30% off of one parry, as you can see. And the other thing too is like at higher percentages when you parry, that's why it's very important, right? At higher percentages when you parry, like it will just straight up lead to a kill, right? Like you can just charge like a strong attack. Like you have plenty of time sometimes to just kind of like go for that. Let's see if I can land another parry here. Now I'm choking, of course, as I'm recording this. Can't land a parry to save my life. Like you have all day to charge it up, as you can see. And it can also be good, especially at the ledge too. You know, some characters are really good off stage, going for kills and things like that. So as you're kind of down here, right? Let me try to get him on this side. He's not turning around. He's not facing my way. Hold up. You can kind of just lead this stuff off stage, you know. Kind of put your opponent in a bad spot. You can do all kinds of stuff, like I said. So that's kind of the basics as far as parrying on the ground. It would be the same thing in the air. You're going to want to just hit the dodge button. You're not going to want to dodge in any direction. So don't be doing all that. You can just tap it one time. Again, with Tom, you can very clearly see what the animation is. He does this little jump right here, obviously. And you can really practice against any character. Like I said, Shaggy is pretty easy to practice against. I'm trying to think of who else has like a pretty basic attack. Let's try Bugs real quick. Let's see what that does. So I'm going to change that to neutral attack. There we go. Okay, so this is probably a good one too, right? Yeah, see, like, so the animation's like completely different, right? So it's actually good to practice against other characters. Kind of gets you used to like seeing all the different animations because the timing is going to look different. Like, I feel like this hammer swings way later than I think it does. So it's a little bit harder for me to time the parry because I'm just not used to seeing it. So I keep doing it early, right? So now I need to just do it a little bit later. There we go, right off the bat. So that's one of those things where, like I said, it's going to be different for every character. Every move obviously looks different, so the more you practice, the better you're going to get with it. So just go ahead and pick a basic character like Shaggy or somebody just to start off and see like if you can kind of like consistently do it, and then you can kind of explore other characters too. Just have them do a neutral attack or a special attack, and you can just practice against different moves, see the different animations, you know, try out the different timing because it is going to be different for every character, and you'll kind of get the hang of it eventually. Now, like I said, you can also parry projectiles as well. So a good example for this one is going to be LeBron. And like I said, training mode does suck, so you can't turn cooldowns off, I don't think, unfortunately. But what we're going to do is we're going to change it to special attack, and he's going to throw the basketball out. And you're going to be able to practice parrying projectiles, as you can see. Now, obviously, parrying a projectile from far away isn't going to do a whole lot. It's just going to protect you from getting hit by the basketball, obviously. But what it's going to do is it's just going to like help you with the timing of parrying. Just because, like I said, it can be kind of weird at first. You might start hitting it early, you might start doing it late, but you can kind of figure it out over time, and you get the hang of it eventually. Shaggy that kept messing up, but LeBron, this is like easy all day. And like I said, you can pick any character. They all have different parry animations, so there's all kinds of things you can do here. So see, like right here, Marvin sticks his hand out. It's a little bit different. So yeah, it just takes getting used to, honestly. It's really not hard to do it. It's just hard to do consistently. The more you do it, the better you're going to get with it, and it's just going to take time, honestly. But yeah, all you have to do is hit the dodge button. Don't dodge in any direction. Just, for now, just practice, you know, tapping it one time. You'll see your character do some kind of animation like this. That's how you know you're doing it right. And yeah, you'll kind of just get the hang of it over time. And honestly, a lot of characters have really cool parry animations. Like, look at that. And like I said, I think it's a really important part of the game now, just because it really can lead into so many combos. Like, there's so many things that you can do out of parrying, and I just feel like it's gonna like really kind of improve combo games in general. Like, look at this. Like 50% off of a parry, basically. Like, you're basically frozen for like 2 seconds. You can do whatever you want. Like I said, in a game where there's plenty of characters that can be annoying, that will spam moves over and over again, and you'll think, wow, this character is so broken, you know what I mean? You can kind of like see how the person's playing, you know? If they're Batman, they keep going for grappling hook, just be ready for it, learn how to parry it, and next time it happens, you're pretty much good. They won't be able to use it because you're gonna be parrying it every single time. So yeah, that's actually the basics of parrying. It's actually very simple to do. It's just kind of hard to pull off consistently, and especially like in real time. It definitely takes some practice, but it's definitely worth it. Like I said, I highly recommend going to the training lab for a little bit, testing it out against different characters and practicing it yourself. That way you can kind of master it, at least against certain characters. That way you can avoid those characters that like to spam online, you know? But let me know in the comments if this was helpful, and if there's anything else in the game you're kind of confused about or want to know more about, any kind of guides, anything like that. And if this was helpful at all to you, I would appreciate it if you subscribe to the channel. We are trying to get to 10,000 subscribers, and we're almost there, so we're getting close. Hope you all have a fantastic day, and I will catch you all in the next one.